Oh, just a little lightning delaying maybe the best matchup of the day. No big deal, and I bet it's going to be worth the wait. Team Japan, Team Puerto Rico here to finish off Pool B play at the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships live on Lax Sports Network. A look at some of the stats here as we welcome you here to the University of Limerick. Both have been excellent at the face-off X over the course of their 2 games of this tournament. Both of these teams are 2-0. Wins over Israel and Czech Republic. They look here at the goals and assists for each of the leaders on these teams. Hakozaki, the leader for Team Japan, and then Puerto Rico has a myriad of excellent athletes on their end as well. As we are set and ready to go here, who will finish in first in Group B? Both these teams with eyes on the prize, and that's Group A here in the next go-around. Today, a big part of all of that. Tom Eschen here with you on the call. We are off and running. A fight for the face-off. Coming in from the wing to get it is Marcus Kreidler from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania here for this Puerto Rican team. Sean Mowry, the head coach. Now Fumi Suzuki, the head coach of Team Japan. Puerto Rico with an 11-3 win over Israel, then a 12-6 victory over the Czech Republic. Japan, 10-3 win over Israel, 12-2 win over the Czech Republic. So you can imagine why we think this game is so evenly matched. And both have had the last couple days off, so they should have fairly fresh legs after playing in the heat. A lot cooler today. As you know, the Lightning delayed this game about 40 minutes. Much cooler in Limerick today with some storms around. Hopefully they stay away. An early shot from Christian Loriano into the stick of Shun Ito. Hasn't had to do a whole lot, Ito. That Japan defense has kept a lot of the players from around his crease. He might be pressed a little bit more against this dynamic Puerto Rico offense today. Japan fundamentally sound. That's what you'll see from them. Very disciplined. They're not going to make a ton of mistakes. We'll see if Puerto Rico can force them into any here. Now, the clear taking a while, but that's okay. No shot clock here in international play. 15-minute running quarters. We'll stop the clock below 30 quarters, 1, 2, and 3. We'll stop it below 2 minutes, quarter 4. The winner of this game will play Jamaica tomorrow in the championship round play-in. The loser will play Germany tomorrow in the championship round play-in. One first thing in the morning, one in the afternoon. As we are just past 3:40 here in Limerick. These U21 World Championships continuing on here through the week, concluding on Saturday. Here's Kai Gara. Kai Gara looking to the crease. He gets it taken away. Flag there, though. That is what helped Puerto Rico get possession, so Japan will get the man up. You know, this is what they do. They will be very patient, deliberate on offense, and that's going to be a 1-minute penalty against Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico had 8 minutes of penalties against Israel. Still won 11-3. They were able to overcome that. Against a good team in Japan, you can't take a lot of those because Japan will make you pay. Puerto Rico, a newcomer here on the scene. Their first U21 World Championship. Japan's been around the block a little bit, but both these teams feel pretty evenly matched here today. Another skip pass. Shot. Save. Jaden Algarin. He has been unbelievable over the course of this tournament. 13 saves against Israel. Then had another great game against Puerto Rico. Against Czech Republic, excuse me. Bringing into the offensive end, Marcel Vernon Jr., Hill School in Pennsylvania. Offensively, you'll see Christian and Sean Loriano, the brothers, have been excellent. And then Brandon Aviles, who does pretty much everything for this team. To be senior at Syracuse University, number 43 in blue. There he is coming out of the box. Short stick D midi, one of the best in the collegiate game in the nation, Aviles. Now here he goes. He's been a big part of this offense. Little inside roll there for Balcarcel. He's also been excellent. Marist College will be a junior there. 7 goals last season at Marist. Of course, this U21 format bringing more experienced players here into the fold. Flags all over the field. Puerto Rico had to keep it in. They don't. They actually have it come back out, but we had flags down, so they will keep possession no matter what. Japan hasn't been penalized a lot here so far in this tournament. A 1-minute penalty here against Team Japan. So Puerto Rico with an opportunity on the offensive end and with possession.
Flags, we have 1 player down for Japan, penalized twice for slashing. So 1 player will serve 2-minute total time.
So there you go, a 2-minute double slash penalty here. A lot of time for Puerto Rico to settle in offensively. Laureano looking to his brother Christian, back to Sean. Sean sent away, now he goes back to the other side. He shoots, stopped by Ito. Big save, big pickup by the captain, Tomoya Sorayama. Now he's got to play some keep away here. Mercado hot on his trail. Yoko Kama now works that back to the far side. As we are here in the first, no score. Let's see if Japan can continue to work this clock. They do have to make some sort of effort to get it over the midline here. With no shot clock, the officials will have different things that will help get play going. They keep it in on the offensive end, and they will be urged to get it over here pretty soon as well. Yoko Kawa, short stick D midi here with the ball. 30 seconds still remaining in this penalty. Japan trying to burn it off. Sorayama back to the other side. That's the goalie Ito over there. And you can tell this is all drawn up here by Japan. There's a reason Ito's over there. Well coached by Naofumi Suzuki, the 46-year-old, University of Tokyo. Little game of ring around the rosy around the crease here going on. Puerto Rico staying hefty with the ride, though. Now Ito off and running. Counting down the penalty, the Japan sideline. So they do a great job. Like I said, they'll be deliberate, not going to put themselves in awkward situations. That was really well executed. I'd imagine, though, the officiating crew might make Japan go a little quicker here in the offensive end after that. Even strength.
With 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Japan and Puerto Rico going at it. A couple references to our officiating crew, probably should introduce them. Ryan Dukas, Bradley Edwards, and Timothy Echo is our crew on the field as we speak. Japan looking for their first goal. Should be a great matchup. They go low, off the pipe. Rebound, score. Tetsuya Yamada puts Japan on the board. That's his first goal here in Ireland. Early shot by Tanamura. Yamada picks up the trash, the 21-year-old from Jose University. Big kid, 6'2", 209, captain of his college team. And now we'll have the ensuing face-off. Yusuke Takeda, 7 for 14 against Czech Republic. He was 12 of 13 against Israel, going up against Colin Baez of Jacksonville University. Just finished up his freshman season there with John Galloway. Great season they had, the Dolphins. Picked up ground ball by the wing, Mercado. Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Christopher Newport, senior. They've had a couple of great college seasons as of late. A lot of talent on this field here today. That's kind of the nice thing about this U21 event is you've got a lot of guys, especially in these groups A's and B's, that have had some college experience, and a lot of times that's where players are the best in their career. Little spin bouncer. Marcel Vernon Jr. 1-1.
Tying it up on a nifty shot is Puerto Rico.
Windham, New Hampshire, is where he hails from, going to the Hill School in Pennsylvania as we speak. His second goal here of the tournament. Just reopened his recruitment. Class of 2024, to be high school junior. Youngster out there, but 5'11", 181. Pound for pound, every inch of that. 1-1 now here in the first. Set off the top, this should be a fascinating face-off matchup all day long. Winning that moving forward is Baez. Couple steps and the score. With a little celebration too. 2-1 Puerto Rico. Out of Milton, Georgia. The Dolphin trying to give himself a springboard into his sophomore season. 5:24 to go in the first. Timeout on the field. 2-1 Puerto Rico. We got a good one shaping up here. High level of play here at the University of Limerick. The men's U21 World Championships continue. Our final day of group play, escalating to this matchup in Group B between Puerto Rico and Team Japan. 2-1 Puerto Rico. Colin Baez has been so good in this tournament. 16 for 19 against Czech Republic a few days ago. He wins another moving forward. They're going to make sure he doesn't come out and score, as Fumi Suzuki probably talked about that in the timeout. As Japan's had a lot of success at the face-off X. Not used to this so far in their first two games, now in game 3. Carcel, working from X, has done a great job of doing that, the quarterback for this team. They've got a nicely formed offense, a lot of good features. They fit together well, this Puerto Rican team, which is fascinating. Players scattered throughout the United States, Texas, Arizona, New York, New Jersey, Florida, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts. And also, of course, some Puerto Ricans in there as well. Settle things in offense. Christian Laureano. Now Aviles down the alley he goes. On the run he shoots. Aviles with a goal against Czech, 2 against Israel. Quick restart for Balcarcel. He goes to dodge to the cage. He goes low. Ito makes the stop. Ito can't get the back up there. Aviles is able to do so.
Four minutes remaining in the first quarter.
4 minutes to go here in the first. 2-1. Quick moving first. I know it's always running time, but some feel like they move faster than others. This is feeling like it's flying by already. We had to wait a little bit longer for it too. Mercado working to his left, gets his hands free. Shot off the mark.
Again, fans, as you watch this game, do be careful at the corners of the field and also never enter the
Carcel, the restart, gets a bit of a screen. He'll roll. What a look. Open in front, Fasuka. Couple fakes. Ito is there. Some good late help there as he tried to go behind the back.
3 minutes, 15 seconds.
Kazuki Miura actually did a great job of recovering. And maybe Fasuka, one fake too many in that case. He'll restart. He ends up in the back of the crease there. Kind of a wild play, and now Japan will take over here. So a good stop there by Team Japan. Puerto Rico had a lot of momentum, and now they'll work to clear. Goals by Baez Vernon Jr. for Puerto Rico. Tetsuya Yamada on a rebound for Team Japan thus far. Yuta Kaigara has been good for them thus far. 3 goals against the Czech Republic. He had a goal against Israel with an assist to go along with that as well. Hakozaki with 3 goals against Czech, 2 against Israel. Out to Yamada. Just scored his first goal of the tournament. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Little screen there for Ishikawa, popping free after that is Kuroda. He had a couple goals on the first day. Ishikawa sends a Puerto Rican to his knees. Back out to Kuroda. Patient offense for Team Japan.
1 minute 30 seconds.
1 minute 30 seconds to go. Being guarded by K the second. Kaigara looking into the middle. Not a bad idea. Little low for Otsuka. Yamada again. He skips. Swimming his way through is Kaigara. Shot goes wide. And Algarin right there with him on the low shot, low release. We'll restart with Hakozaki. 1 minute to go here. Feels like the fourth quarter is still just the first. Hakozaki scores. Sota Hakozaki does it himself. Knotted it at 2.
With 45 seconds to go in this first quarter.
25 seconds to go on the clock. Hakozaki. Watch this right arm. That stick right underneath his armpit. Telemako trying to get his way in there, and Hakozaki, fourth-year player, Kanazawa University, doing it on his own.
We are on stop time now.
Didn't play as many of these players here in Japan. No lacrosse until college, and then once they start, they don't stop.
Fourth quarter ends with 2 minutes of stop time.
One of the top 6 teams in the world, just had a third-place finish in the Sixes tournament at the World Games, this Japan organization. They have come on the scene and have had a great summer. Their women 4-0 in Pool E, 5th at the 2022 Women's World Championships. How the sport has grown. You're seeing the results of a lot of the investment into their youth now, too. Decades of work. 10 seconds to play here, 2-2. Kaigara working to that left hand, he shoots, scores! 3 seconds on the clock. Kaigara with that big left. His 5th goal of the tournament. He's a lefty, and when he gets his hands free, watch out. Man, Algarin guarding that post. Only left the sliver of space. The smallest window, Kaigara able to find his way through. 3-2. Ikeda and Baez here with 3 seconds. They face off. Probably won't amount to much, but will signal the end of what's been an excellent first quarter. 15 minutes in the books. Japan get a couple late. They lead 3-2 as we head to the second. You're watching the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships on Lax Sports Network. Well, we all needed a break after that first 15 minutes, and so did nature, apparently. A lightning delay, about 45 minutes in length here as we begin the second quarter in Pool B play. Japan leads Puerto Rico 3-2. Japan had all sorts of momentum at the end of that first. We'll see if the lightning delay impacts things further here. So everybody's back out on the field. The face-off has commenced. Baez chips that back to his wing, Aviles. Back in his own territory, so Brandon Aviles will take over. Goals by Baez and Marcel Vernon Jr. for the Puerto Rican side. Team Japan with goals from Yamada, Hakozaki, and Kaigara. 3-2 Japan, the winner of this game, winning Group B, securing a date with Jamaica tomorrow in the play-in game. So we had a weather delay to start of about 40 minutes, and then after the first, another weather delay of about 40 minutes. The good news is here in Limerick this time of year, the sun doesn't set until about 9 o'clock at night. So hopefully we don't get any more weather delays and we can get the rest of today's slate in as well. But we'll see, and for now, we're playing lacrosse. As you can see, the clouds have taken over here. Feels like the weather is closing in on us. Both these teams 2-0 in group play have looked great so far. It's been a great game so far. Balcarcel, little inside roll. He shoots, stopped by Ito. Ito might have got a little help from his goal as well there, but makes another save. That's his 4th already today. Like I said, he hasn't been tested much. The Japan defense has been pretty good at keeping things away from him, but already 4 saves. The most he's made was 5 against the Czech Republic in their last game. So Japan will take over offensively, really calming things down after Puerto Rico scored a couple in a row to make it 2-1. Japan thundering back with 2 of their own. Igara has the last goal. He scored with 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. You're watching the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships live from Limerick, Ireland. Tom Ashton here with you on the call. Thank you for joining us for the final day of group play. Tanamura looking to beat his man. Ross giving him good resistance. Little move to the right, now back to the left. Can't find any opening. Ishikawa had a goal against the Czechs. Czech Republic with a win today over Israel. Igara. Now Ishikawa over the top to Kuroda. Kuroda, some freedom. Gets ticked away up and over the crossbar. Deflected, now backed up there though by Hakozaki, who has one of the goals for Team Japan today. Hakozaki, Yamada, and Kaigara. Now Tanamura. Trying again against Ross. Little screen, the dish, the shot, and the score. Shuhei Otsuka makes it 4-2. Otsuka's second goal of this tournament. The feed from Tanamura, who gets his 3rd assist of this tournament. 11 minutes, 44 seconds to go here in the second quarter. So Otsuka, the 21-year-old from Aoyama Gakuen University, the Eagles. Played rugby growing up.
Those of you just arriving, you are walking into field 2.
4-2 here on field 2 in Limerick. Japan as disciplined as ever. They have been deliberate on offense, getting good shots. And here once again, just that little off-ball screen. Ishikawa using his bum. Puerto Rico trying to fire each other up. Both these teams haven't had to face much adversity thus far. That's what makes this matchup so fascinating. Big battle here for the ground ball following the faceoff. Chikakane. Does he come up with it? Whistle. Flag now. That flag gonna go against the sideline? Waiting for the call.
All right, with 10 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Puerto Rico has assessed a 1-minute penalty for cross-check.
So that's what Japan was asking for the cross-check. So now a 1-minute man up for Team Japan. Up 4-2 already on a 3-goal run.
As we start to update you on game action, what you're watching here is...
Work this across to Kaigara. You'll see this crisp passing from Japan. We've seen it all tournament long. Fundamentally sound, disciplined as well. So tough.
With 10 minutes remaining in this quarter.
Nice catch there by Hakozaki, actually unable to complete the process. Kuroda picks it back up. Ishikawa feeding over to Kaigara. Couple steps, shot for Kuroda. Algarin might have got a piece of that. About 2 seconds away here. Now we're back at even strength, so Japan cannot take advantage of the 1-minute penalty on Puerto Rico here. But a good pass on the doorstep. Algarin is there to stop it. They're going to say Japan went in the crease. Puerto Rico dodges the bull. Let's see if they can get off and running here. And they try to go too quickly, so everything will be stopped for the moment.
9 minutes remaining in the
9 minutes to go here in the half. Post second lightning delay. Working his way across is Laureano. 2 goals against Israel, 4 against Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico maybe trying to work a little quicker here. Balcarcel, little backhand score. That was pretty. 4-3. Using that speed and Japan in kind of some chaos, trying to figure out who to match up with, and Sorayama beat by Balcarcel. Not easy to beat him. And how about the finish from the Milford, Pennsylvania native? Born in the Bronx, New York, actually, to a Puerto Rican mother and a Guatemalan father. Lived on Staten Island until he was 5. Then his family moved to Milford after that. Grew up in a baseball family. He was a football player. 3 D1 schools were interested in him for football. He wanted to play lacrosse. Now competing with the flag on his helmet. That's chipped forward, and let's see who picks up this ground ball. Key face-off, 4-3 after the answer by Puerto Rico, stopping the run. Picked up by Yoshimura briefly, but then in comes Fasuka after Yoshimura couldn't clear it. So Puerto Rico now with the ball. Less than 10 minutes to go here in the half. As we approach 5 p.m. local time here in Ireland. So about 4 more hours of daylight. Move here behind the cage. Laureano, he feeds Balcarcel, saved by Ito. In the crease with Balcarcel. And Sorayama also got his stick in there, but Ito, like I said, hasn't been tested much. He's passing those tests today. Actually kind of glad we're getting a good look at what he can do in the cage. Being peppered with shots. And it's close in that category. 10-8 Puerto Rico. Leading that shots count, but on the scoreboard, it's Japan 4-3. Here on field 2, 4-3 the score. Oh no, looking for some freedom. He had a goal against Czech Republic. Over to Kuroda, guarded by the 2A midi Laureano. Nice feed in front and the score. Oh no, tallies one. 5-3. His second of the tournament. Kuroda with the feed. How about this little pass? Right over the top, past the stick of Ross. You can see how fired up Kuroda was about that. What a look. Threading the needle. Oh no, a part of that Team Japan U20 team. Played baseball growing up, as many do in Japan, as you might be aware of. Might have seen it on our affiliate network time and time again for the fans. But lacrosse also becoming a fixture in Japan. A lot of good young athletes playing the sport, as you can see. A hold on the face-off going the way of Puerto Rico. And that, to me, is what's really interesting about this game. They both dominated face-offs in their first 2 games of this tournament. Now things are evening out, so you kind of have the back-and-forth possessions that they hadn't had so far. They were playing more make it, take it. Now you got to be a little more efficient when it comes to these possessions. That's the challenge here. Both these teams feels like could have the talent, could have the eyes on that Group A. It's a key game in trying to get there. Laureano looks for that inside roll, stopped by Kaimura. Went to go feed the middle. Good catch by Aviles, under duress. Masuka looked to go behind the back briefly.
4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
4:30 here in the half. Fasuka tries to get a shot off. That's way wide. Who's got the backup? Ito, good hustle. But they'll give that to either Aviles or Walpole, a couple of the Puerto Rican players. Good hustle. Ito, how fast he got back into the cage there. Aviles from Setauket, New York, Ward Melville High School. What an inside roll, and he scores! 5-4. The Syracuse senior showing off his offensive game this tournament.
As we cross the 4-minute mark.
4 minutes to play in the half. Aviles cuts it to a 1-goal game, his 4th of this tournament. Right there off the pipe and in. Tiptoeing through the crease. Scored 3 goals for Syracuse this past season. Of course, as a short stick team, not expected to do that as much. But Gary Gate, if you're watching, maybe let him take a few more runs offensively. You might be liking what you see. Coach Petro probably watching too, saying, no, let's keep him back on defense. Key face-off win there for Yusuke Takeda. And now Fumi Suzuki will call a timeout here. 5-4, good battle. Final couple minutes to go here in the half. Japan with a lead over Puerto Rico. We'll step aside, then be right back here. You're watching the U21 World Championships live from Limerick. Welcome back, live here at the University of Limerick along the shores of the River Shannon. A cloudy day. A day a bit stormy as well here, but we continue to play. 2 lightning delays here in Group B. Both about 40 minutes, one before the game, one after the first quarter, but we continue play here in the second. 3 minutes to go here. Japan with a 5-4 lead. Here comes Kaigara, working that left hand, stopped by Algarin. Key save there for Puerto Rico. You've seen Kaigara, when he has some freedom with that left and some space, he's been hard to stop. Great save made there. Sotoyama trying to pick that up, bats it back into play. But Puerto Rico will get possession. Had some sprinkles here and there, but like I said before, we've had different storms north and south of us. It's just been the periphery storm that has forced the delays. We really haven't had one go over the field per se, but over the University of Limerick here. The storms are, about 20 miles away or so, so right on the edge. And keep that buffer, we'll be in good shape. Here's Sean Loriano, 2B senior at Cardinal Mooney in Florida. He's taken up high, tries to take it back in, goes for the tough angle shot. Ito all over it. Captain Shunito.
1 minute, 30 seconds. 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Less than 2 minutes to go here. A mishap on the clear. Sotoyama can't gather, but he gets it back briefly. Bats it forward to Kaigara, and they keep possession. How about that? And now off and running, here comes Japan. Kaigara goes to his left. Good recovery there by Nelson Telemaco. Father played lacrosse at Penn Calvary Christian Academy.
1 minute.
In his high school days, Rollins College, where he's going to be a junior. Japan ball. Maybe we'll have the last shot of the half here. A lead of 5-4. Team Sweden walking past this field here. They'll play next on this field. And good game with Hong Kong. That's on our main channel here, Lax SN. That's the 3rd game of our triple header. We'll get you a time for that game as soon as we can. Tanamura working on Aviles. Good feed, and Algarin again cuts off the angle. Kaigara went in the crease, and Jaden Algarin, Mr. Brick Wall on the Twitter, showing us all why. Also, Puerto Rico senior team selection just lets that one ride here. In the teens, below 20 seconds to go. I think Japan content just to make sure they keep possession here and head into the locker room with a lead at half. Almost as if we had a halftime break already, but we get one here with 30 minutes in the book. Team Japan, a 5-4 lead, a hotly contested Group B battle for the top of the table. You're watching the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships on Lax Sports Network. Both sides emerging from their locker rooms as the third quarter set to begin here. The final game of Group B at the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships at the University of Limerick. Hello everybody, Tom Eschen here with you once again. 5-4, Team Japan the lead over Puerto Rico after the first 30 minutes of play. About to commence the second 30. The winner winning the group. A perfect 3-0 in Group B is on the line here today. And a date with Jamaica tomorrow in the play-in game. We've had 2 40-minute or so lightning delays. Hopefully we'll avoid another and get a clean second half. The face-off X has been fascinating so far. 5 for 11 is Colin Baez against Yosuke Takeda. Let's see how it goes here. Key face-off to begin the third. It's been close all day long. And it's Takeda who wins it on his own. Off and running he goes. The dish knocked away by Kreidler. Picked up by Zelenik. And Algarin, a little bit of a race here with Ishikawa. He's got to get back in the cage. He does. Battle ensues for the ground ball. Bodies are flying. And it's going to be Puerto Rico who comes out with it after all of that. Algarin making 5 saves in the first, but that is given back over to the Japanese. And Fujioka, he's been quiet today. Has a goal and an assist in this tournament. Goals spread around for Japan. 5 different goal scorers. Kaigara, Otsuka, Yamada, Hakozaki, and Ono. Carcel, Vernon Jr., Baez, and Aviles with goals for Puerto Rico. So 9 different goal scorers thus far. Fujioka initiating from X here, working on Aviles. Aviles bodying him up. 5'11", 191 of muscle. Over to Yamada. He'll go dodge to the left. Yamada takes a quick shot. I think that one off the pipe. Let's see another look. Algarin was there just in case. Japan last in this U19 tournament in 2008. They're in the top division that year. There's a good pass in front. Algarin makes the save. 6th of the day for Jaden. Baltimore, Maryland native, went to Concordia Prep, now at Goucher College. Played 9 games this year in relief. Hopes to use this as a springboard towards his second season as a collegiate goalie. Running clock here. We'll stop time below 30 in the third, below 2 minutes in the fourth. And imagine it stays this close, you might have a few stoppages there late, depending on how this goes. Yamada's not been afraid to dodge down that left alley. Gets it poked away by Kreidler, and that's gonna go the way of Puerto Rico. Good defense. A couple of stops here to start the third by this Puerto Rico defense and Sean Mowry's squad. Walpole now working it over to Kreidler, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, current Middlebury College. Actually played football at Middlebury, the man with the ball in the stick for the moment. Picked up, though, by Tatematsu. Tatematsu on the break. He's got a man. Fujioka shoots and scores. 6-4, Japan. Japan getting out and running a little bit. Tatematsu hadn't registered a stat for his first 2 games. Gets the assist there, Fujioka's second goal of the tournament. 19-year-old in Keio University, helped guide them to a Final Four as a first-year student. You can see he's got a lot of flair to his game. The number 3 at Keio University is one that is legendary, and he's the one who wears it. You know how at Syracuse you got 22, number 1, of course, at Maryland. It's kind of like that. So 6-4, and Japan wins this face-off. Here comes Takeda. Tried to get it over to the pole, Tatsumatsu, but another pole comes to help him out there, Chikakane. Now Japan will settle themselves in on offense, make their appropriate substitutions. They are leading by 2. You know, it's so interesting. I was thinking going into this game, doing my prep, and it's like Japan kind of sucked the life out of Israel and Czech Republic. Israel just the 3 goals, Czech Republic just the 2, and Puerto Rico's played with so much life in their first 2 games. An 11-3 win over Israel, 12-6 over the Czech Republic. Right now, Japan kind of doing the same to Puerto Rico here, just the 4 goals so far here. The defense has done the job. Yamada the dodge, gets himself some space. Stopped by Algarin, picked up though by Zelenik. Back to Algarin it goes. Algarin's been good here in this third. He's been tested a bit. Now maybe Puerto Rico can work a little quicker here to try and crack the case of this Japanese defense. 10 minutes to go here in the third. Balcarcel does a great job of starting this offense. He's got the skilled defenseman Sodayama on him. Doesn't want to test that here. Here's Vernon Jr. Christian Laureano still off the scoreboard here today. Has taken a shot. His brother Sean has taken 2. This is the second game of a triple header here in our main Lax Sports Network channel today. We'll have Sweden, Hong Kong to finish up the day in a little while. Mercado working over the middle. Vernon Jr. the speed and the shot. Deflected in front. Ito comes way out to get it. He's got 2 blue shirts around him. He's going to get knocked free. He's got to get back in the goal. Sodayama comes in with the ball on the ground. Big push, big pickup. And for a second, I was going to say that was a great connection. Mercado on his belly. Walpole on his belly. Vernon on his belly. I think you got Yokokawa there coming in late with that hit. Puerto Rico takes back over. 8 minutes, 45 seconds to go here in the third. 6-4 Japan. Final day of group play. The weather has kind of felt that way here today. You can tell there's a lot on the line. Stormy. Hot first few days. It's certainly cooled off. High 60s right now with a wind, a stiff wind at that. And feed down to Laureano, and it will go off Japan last.
That pass was tipped. Remains Puerto Rico possession.
Carcel to restart. Swim move on Sodayama. Sodayama jars it free. Ball in front. What a pickup. Yoshimura, the 21-year-old.
8 minutes remaining in the third
The Asia
quarter.
University captain. Here comes Yamamoto. Unsettled. He takes the shot. Bouncer goes. 7-4 Japan. Yamamoto got hit at the end, but for his first goal of the tournament, hopefully it's worth it. Another transition goal here for Japan. That's 2 in a row. Now the trainer will come out to make sure he's okay. Yamamoto going the length of the field, looks around. No one picked him up fast enough. Algarin probably thinks he should have had that. Yamamoto paid the price at the end of that play. 3 ground balls against Israel. He had an assist against Czech Republic, and now a goal today, doing a little bit of everything. Ritsu Maiken University. 7-4 here in the third. Japan coming out of the locker room at halftime with a couple of goals here. Continuing to stymie Puerto Rico on the defensive end as Baez just went way too early there. So Japan gets the ball back. Pretty much even now, face-off wise. I mentioned it in the first half. How efficient could these teams be with the ball, knowing it wasn't a make-it-take-it type atmosphere? Ironically enough, the last couple goals for Japan have been in transition. But holding the ball on offense has kept it out of the Puerto Rico hands too. No shot clock. They're taking advantage of that. really run this through Yamada today. He took 4 shots against Czech. Didn't do much against Israel. He's got a goal. Really helped dictate things. Takes a pass, takes a shot. Tanamura, 8-4. Tanamura's 3rd goal of the tournament. 3rd goal of the quarter for Japan. They've opened this thing up. He had a couple steps. It feels like Puerto Rico kind of locked into that pick game, not communicating well, and after the play, maybe communicating a little more about just that.
Puerto Rico has taken a timeout.
Puerto Rico reeling, takes a timeout, down 8-4. Japan is celebrating. We're in the midst of a big run in the 3rd for Team Japan. You're watching Lax Sports Network. Welcome back here live at the University of Limerick here on Field 2, 8-4. Japan opening up a lead a bit here in this 3rd quarter. They've scored the only 3 goals in this 3rd. Key face-off coming up. Baez went early the last time. Yusuke Takeda and Baez pretty much even face-off-wise here today. Baez is 1-5, Takeda's 1-6. Takeda gets there first. Japan gets the ball back. And here they go on the offensive end once again here. Recap from already what's happened today. 11-8 Korea over Uganda in Group E. Czech Republic in this group, beating Israel 11-4. USA with a 9-1 lead over Australia. China and Kenya just began. China, a 2-0 lead there. That's a key placement game in Group D for the Platinum Rounds, which we'll have here tomorrow on Lax Sports Network. 2 games tomorrow. Platinum placing will take place. Kaigara, 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Kaigara working his way through, little toe drag. Fujioka has his defender hung up. Goes over the middle. It actually goes all the way to the middle of the field. Picked up by Puerto Rico. Over and back. Quick restart for Balcarcel. And once again, Japan getting themselves back on defense. Talk about the discipline and the poise they play with. They haven't made many mistakes as we've seen all tournament long, but they've had some athleticism too. Don't want to detract from that. Laureano coming out of the box, shoots, top corner. They stop the run, it's 8-5. Whatever Sean Mowry said in that timeout really fired up his boys, and Christian Laureano gets his 7th goal of the tournament.
Puerto Rico has scored its 5th goal, making the game 5.
I mean, that is just too hot to stop. Junito a little late getting there.
5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 5 minutes.
So 8-5, the goal lead cut to 3 for Japan here in the 3rd quarter. Feeling like Puerto Rico is not completely out of this yet. Baez pops it forward, but it goes right back into the stick of Takeda. Takeda out and running. Takeda shoots. Ground ball gobbled up by Algarin. Puerto Rico looking to see maybe if they can make a run here, but that pass ends up going into the stick of Sean Laureano. Nice pick up there. Just a little hairy there for a moment. 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Puerto Rico trying to establish themselves some momentum now. Still to play today, we got Sweden and Hong Kong. Key Group E battle. That should be a good game. Canada and Haudenosaunee in Group A will play after that. Aviles. Doesn't get it all. Now Balcarcel will restart against Sotayama. Sotayama hasn't given him much room to work with. Sean Laureano. 2 goals in the opening game, 2 shots their last game. Hasn't gotten on the board yet here today. Works back to the inside. Behind the back, Aviles. What a feed, what a find, what a finish. 8-6. That was pretty.
Making the score Puerto Rico 6.
Sometimes that short stick matchup, you don't have to score off it. You can create, and that's what Sean Laureano did. Aviles gets his second goal, and a little bit of flair there for Brandon Aviles. Team 91 player. His cousin Joe Scally, a member of the U.S. men's national team, plays in the Bundesliga in Germany. Leaned on him for some advice going into international play. Picking up the ground ball off the faceoff is Kreidler. Here comes Puerto Rico. They call it a game of runs for a reason. Puerto Rico trying to work a little quicker now. Ball Carcel looking to use that speed. Good feet from Sotayama. Out to Laureano. Vernon Jr. 1 minute to go in the third. Here's Laureano. Sean Laureano once again turns, finds his hands free. Bouncer to Ito. He gobbles that up. Good save. Through a lot of bodies, he saw that. Key stopped by Japan. They're up 2. Here's Kazuki Miura. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Just past the bottom of the hour here in Ireland. 5:30 local time. Tetsuya Yamada. Now Japan maybe will just work down this shot clock, probably hoping for the last shot of this quarter. We'll see if the referees have something to say about that and force them to keep it in.
Seconds remaining in the third quarter.
30 seconds to go. Fujioka. Here Japan, maybe now is the time to go. Guarded by Zelenik. Cutter in the middle, Kaigara. Continue to work it around. Otsuka. 10 seconds to go. So Japan getting what they wanted. And that's the ball at the end of this quarter. Looking for the last shot. Got to go now. 20 seconds to play, excuse me. Kaigara looking to dodge. Laureano on him, he gets inside, and Algarin gets a piece again. Into the crease goes Kaigara. And Puerto Rico, another big stop. After Japan led 8-4, Puerto Rico showing some mettle in this third quarter. A couple of goals and a couple of key stops, setting us up for what should be a fantastic final 15 minutes. This is the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships on Lax Sports Network. Welcome back live at the University of Limerick. Tom Eschen here with you on the call for the final Group B matchup on the final day of group play here at the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships. It is 8-6 Japan as we head into the fourth quarter. First place in Group B is on the line here. Both these teams unblemished thus far. 2 wins apiece against Israel and Czech Republic. And it's been a great battle here again today. Japan has lengthened the lead. Puerto Rico has come storming back. 2 lightning delays here in this one. In addition to the lightning on the field, as we get set and ready to go here for the fourth. What a battle it's been at the face-off X between these two all day long. Baez just using his body there to shield the ball and actually comes out with it. He gets a big face-off win to begin. So Baez gets it into the offensive zone. That's his 6th face-off win. He is now tied with Takeda today. They each have won 6. Laureano establishes the offensive zone, and now Puerto Rico will work into their offensive set. You've seen their flashes, the skill they have offensively. Japan's done such a great job defensively of kind of muzzling that as the game has gone on. But in the fourth, you know, anything can happen. Mercado has his defender on skates for a moment. They get a switch out of that. Laureano, Christian, that is, working to his left. Now goes with the ball fake, comes back through. Dishes, ball, Carcel scores! 8-7. That's 3 in a row for Puerto Rico. That's all initiated by Christian Laureano. Got the attention of the defense, and Balcarcel has 2 goals today. The Mercer University sophomore to the Maris junior, and it's a 1-goal game. Balcarcel now with 7 goals in this tournament. Laureano adds another assist to his ledger. If Baez can get on a bit of a roll here, chips to his buddy Aviles. And it's the 2nd straight win for Baez. Puerto Rico an opportunity to tie. The winner a date with Jamaica in the play-in game tomorrow. First game of the day on Tuesday. 5 a.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. local time. The loser will play Germany in the last game of the day tomorrow. Here comes Vernon Jr. Gets a bit of a screen from Aviles. Vernon Jr. stops against Miura. He goes into the cage, and he actually physically went into the cage. I think they're gonna, was he pushed in? Tried to dive for that goal. Ito was there too. They're going to call that a crease violation regardless. So Japan will get possession back. 8-7, they lead here in the 4th quarter. See, more and more people have descended upon field 2 here for this one. In my opinion, one of the best games of the day. The next game on this field will be Sweden and Hong Kong, which should be another great game. That's a game you can see right here, laxsn.com. Ball into the offensive zone briefly. Otsuka had a lot of trouble just trying to field that ball, and Puerto Rico gets it back. Uncharacteristic turnover here for Japan. Both these teams haven't been in a high-tension late-game situation yet. How will they react? We had a whistle. I think we had a procedure penalty now on the Puerto Ricans, so offside will be the call. Japan gets the ball back.
Offsides is the call against Puerto Rico. We are under 11 minutes to go in the game. Under 11.
Less than 11 minutes to play in the 4th. 1-goal game. It was 3-2 after 1. A 40-minute lightning delay followed, and then we ended up playing the 2nd. It was 5-4 Japan after that. Had a regular halftime period, and now 8-6 after 3. It's 8-7 in the 4th. Just about 10 minutes to go. Japan probably finally happy to do what they do, and this is what they haven't done here for the first 5 minutes of the 4th, just work it around offensively. Tanamura has a goal and assist today. We've had 8 different goal scorers for Team Japan today. Yuta Ishikawa. Lacrosse introduced in 1986 for the first time in Japan. 10 sticks it started with, has grown 17,000 plus now playing. Yamada in, then back out. Pass, little hitch, shot, Alger in there. Out, going down hard was Tanamura. And we'll get a flag called accordingly. A 1-minute penalty against Puerto Rico after that. Yeah, that, see, 19. Unnecessary roughness penalty called against Puerto Rico. It's a little bit too much there. You already had him in a tough spot. So just the extra came back to haunt him after he made a nice stop. Now Japan gets a man up here for a minute of game time. Hakozaki looks to the middle, who actually floats right on through to Kaigara. Got lucky there. Cross crease feed, a good one. Kuroda scores, 9-7, Japan on the man up. Their 9th different goal scorer today. The feed from Hakozaki, and Kuroda gets himself on the board. Captain of his college team at Nippon Sports Science University, 21-year-old veteran. Back to the face-off X we go. Japan, a 9-7 lead. A true face-off battle. Now 3 days into these international rules, both players getting a better feel of the timing of it all. Takeda tries to win it, and actually Baez picks up the ground ball. I thought Takeda, I think, got the clamp there. Baez picks up the ground ball to win that face-off. He's won a couple key ones in the 4th, especially that one. Two-goal game. Mercado. Carcel, been a catalyst for the offense. Harder to dodge against Sodayama. Basuka. In and back out. Sean Laureano, the stick check from behind. Tatamatsu. The takeaway, can they get the ground ball? Sodayama, so sure-handed, picks it up. Dangerous flip though in front. Ito makes the save. Aviles is trying to pick it up, booted back out. Laureano picks it up. There he goes to the cage again. He shoots. He goes in the crease. What a stop from Ito. Oh, man. 2 big saves. He had 6 in the first half, but 2 none bigger than that. Now Japan looking to clear here. A 2-goal game. Six minutes to go in the 4th quarter now. Clock will run right on through until there's 2 minutes left, then we'll have stoppages. Flag down here. Free play for Japan. Kaigara going all the way in, dives and scores! 10-7 Japan. The Saitama native Kaigara. Little liftoff here.
The airborne goal by number 21 for Japan.
What a goal.
Making the score, Japan 10, Puerto Rico 7.
A huge goal for Team Japan after 2 big stops on the defensive end. And now the lead grows to 3. They can smell it. 5 minutes to go in the 4th. And I think that Baez, did he go too early? He did. Takeda and Baez have been going back and forth all day. Baez has won the last couple. Tried to get a little bit too ahead of the whistle there. So Japan with possession here, up 10-7. Don't forget, there is no shot clock. Puerto Rico are gonna have to stay aggressive. Time not on their side. Less than 5 to play. Japan looking to go unbeaten in their group play, just like their women's team did in Towson a couple months ago. The women went 4-0 in Pool E, ended up finishing in 5th. Maybe, depending on how the pools go, earning them a spot in the top pool in the next go around. Japan has their eyes on that here on this level.
Puerto Rico 7, Japan 10.
Hanamura switches hands, content to take their time. Barbo Colon trying to stay with him. Now he works his way free to the offensive section. Now they have to keep it in. Stall warning in check. They cannot get it outside that restraining line, that white line at the bottom of your screen, or else it's a turnover. Precious seconds ticking off the clock. Tanamura working on Carbo Colon. And now they're going to send another. They got a double. 3 minutes to go here. Yamato with that big body up against Ross. Work it back behind X, and Puerto Rico's going to have to do something here. Japan, in normal play, doesn't mind sitting on it for a while. There's a good check, though, by Ross. There's the turnover. That's exactly what the Puerto Ricans needed. Now they got to get a couple quick scores. Out to K the second. Sean Laureano going. Back the other way. All over him is Tetamatsu. That's going to force a flag. Quickly getting off here and changing substitutions. Don't forget, clock's going to run. Tetamatsu had him in a headlock. Key man-up situation here for Puerto Rico. It might be a 2-minute. 30 second, excuse me. That was just a hold call. Okay. 2 minutes remaining. That's what he was indicating there. So 30 seconds. Puerto Rico got to move quickly on this man up. Shot by Laureano is in. A quick strike for Puerto Rico, 10-8. Laureano's 3rd goal of the tournament, his 1st since their opener against Israel. A goal and an assist each for the Laureano brothers from Bradenton, Florida. Playing together so special for both over the course of this tournament. Something they didn't get a lot of opportunities to do in high school due to the pandemic, injury to Christian late in his career there. So now they get an opportunity to represent their country and play together. That's got to be really, really cool for them and their family. 1:45 to go meanwhile here. Each face-off gets bigger and bigger, doesn't it? They're even today. Takeda had the clamp. Hopping over him was Baez. Going to get it was Baez, though. They win it. Aviles. And they called a quick timeout just to make sure they get possession in their territory. 10-8 the score in the 4th. About 90 seconds to go. Can Puerto Rico come back? Don't go anywhere. Back live at the University of Limerick. Couple of lightning delays, a couple of amazing plays, and it's 10-8 Japan in what's been an outstanding battle here in Group B. The battle for first place at the end of group play continues to wage on. 90 seconds to go. Puerto Rico down 2. Aviles on the run. He shoots. Backed up by Puerto Rico. Like that quick shot. They need, of course, a couple of goals here. A goal and a face-off win. That's the recipe for success. Carcel trying to get his way against Sorayama. Works it out to Laureano. Over to Mercado. Mercado gets it popped loose. I think Miura got his stick in there. Picked back up by Aviles. Ball, Carcel scores! 10-9, 1-goal game. He's got a hat trick. What a find by Aviles. And what a ground ball pickup, man. I don't know what was better. He's got 2 goals and an assist today. The freshman All-American, one of the top short stick D minis in the country, continuing to get the job done. We got a minute to go. Japan is going to call a timeout before this key face-off. 10-9 the score. We'll be right back. Puerto Rico climbing their way back. 10-9 the score. About a minute to play in the 4th quarter. The final day of group play here at the World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championships. This is day 6 and now the biggest face-off of the day. Baez has won 10. Takeda has won 9. And now a stick check has been requested here by the Puerto Rican side. So they will determine whether or not Takeda's stick is legal. And this is obviously key because that would trigger a penalty if it is not. Our officiating crew today, Ryan Dukas, Bradley Edwards, and Timothy Gineccio. They will measure accordingly, and we shall see what the prognosis is. A lot of tension here surrounding this stick check. I don't know what that signal was, whether the stick is good or not. There was no official signal made, so it looks like we're okay.
So we just had a routine stick check request. Stick is deemed legal.
Stick is deemed legal, okay. I didn't really know what the body language was there. Either, oh, this stick isn't good, or, oh, yeah, this stick is okay. No big deal. All right, so here we go. Key face-off, minute to go. Takeda goes down. Baez fouls it, gets it back to his wing. Mercado picks it up. Puerto Rico a chance to tie.
1 minute remaining in the game.
1 minute to go. This is what it's all about here. Young athletes from Japan, from Puerto Rico, representing their country. Biggest stage of their lives at this point. Carcel dodging, rolling back. Tripping over the goal, Sotoyama. Shot wide and backed up by Japan. Wow. It looked like Aviles was back there, but there must have been another player that the officials deemed closer. The rolling past the Tanamura, and now Japan can see if they can work this clock down for a win. That one bobbled away. Can Aviles pick it up? Still free, picked back up by Kaigara. And Nofumi Suzuki, I believe, will call a timeout here. That's exactly what he does. So Japan, in a chaotic moment, Puerto Rico looked like they got a good look. They got a good shot at it, but didn't have the backup secure. We'll be right back.